If you want to have the most productive, happiest, healthiest, sexiest, most juiciest week of your entire life, this is the video for you. This is the audio for you. It is absolutely possible in the next 7 days, starting literally right now, to have the most wealthiest, productive, happiest, healthiest, sexiest, fun-filled, juiciest life, and week, and fill in any other word that is appealing to you. So we're gonna break it down right now while I'm on my walk with my baby, which seems so perfect. So you need energy. You need more energy. You need more energy to have this happen within the next 7 days. So what is energy authentically built on? Sleep as much as you can. Obviously, I know that that's not always realistic when you have children, but my philosophy is I'm going to sleep as much as I can. So choose sleep as much as you can, and equally choose the quality of the sleep. So can you invest in a better pillow? Can you invest in a better nighttime routine? Maybe you put down your phone, read a book, take a bubble bath, put on a mask, right? Do a night meditation, stretch. Those things can actually help you get a better quality of sleep. There's a lot of really good nighttime gummies out there that you can take to have a better sleep. I personally love a weighted blanket, and there's this foam pillow that I get on Amazon. If you don't have it and you want it, it is worth every penny. I get better sleep because of that weighted blanket and because of that pillow. I do a lot of times a night meditation, which is a night hypnosis. So while I sleep, the night meditation is going literally while I sleep, because 95% of our thoughts are subconscious. So save more time, be more productive, and do a night hypnosis. It will literally, I'm not even joking you, it will rewire your brain. So I just put it on my nightstand and I let it play very softly to the point where I know I can hear it at least quietly. And that works really, really well for me. So sleep first and foremost. Equally, on top of sleep, vitamins. Holy cannoli. And vitamins and vegetables and water, all the things that are super basic, work all day, every day. I have been upping my vitamin game within the last week. This is why I know these things can happen so fast. I have upped my vitamin game with a new supplement that I add in my Happy Juice, and it has 50 vitamins in it, and I just dump it in my Happy Juice. I can't even taste it. Holy smokes, I feel so good, better, I can feel the difference. It's mind-blowing to me. So I know that this stuff can happen really fast, which is exciting because you literally can have a better week this week if you choose to. So sleep, energy, vitamins, vegetables, water, movement. Also, I'm literally recording this video for you while I am walking. Walking is so simple. You don't have to go run a 5K. Get some steps in. So many people, I love that it's become so trendy to have a walking pad at your desk. I'm too ADHD to be able to type and walk. So this is more my jam, where I can multitask and talk to you and get some steps in, get Boone out in the outside, just, enjoy some sunshine. But a walking pad is great. So even if you don't do it while you're working, a walking pad is great if it's raining, if it's cold, but walk, more steps. You can literally go up and down your stairs if that is something that you can do. If walking isn't possible for you, find what is, right? If walking doesn't work with your body or you just as a person, find what else you can do to get some actual movement in. You'd be amazed at just even 5 minutes of movement can literally get your energy through the freaking roof. It's crazy. The next one for energy is protein. Okay. Protein does not have to be complicated. I used to complicate the crap out of protein. Literally bulk create some chicken, get a protein shake in. A lot of Greek yogurt has protein. There's so many things that actually have protein that you may be shocked And most women actually don't get enough protein in, which tells me we don't have enough energy for all of our goals and dreams. So make sure you're upping your protein game. A lot like those vitamins, I can feel a difference when I'm upping my protein. And since we don't get enough protein in, just get more in. I don't think it's gonna hurt to get some more protein in personally. You know your body best, obviously, but for the most part, most people don't get enough protein in. So when we can get enough protein in, it's everything. It's everything. It's everything. So everything I've shared with you so far is so basic. It's so simple. We haven't even gotten into like the more like complex things. And like that's on purpose, because I guarantee you, you're either doing these and you could do them more, or maybe we're not being as consistent, or we're not doing them at all. So the more we can like have a stronger foundation, you can have your wealthiest week. Like you can be your sexiest self. Like it's so exciting how quick that this can happen when you actually put in the commitment. Like put in the commitment, put in the focus. Like it is so much closer than you think. Like literally you could have your highest cash week this week, which I'm doing a 1K in 7 days challenge. If you need some motivation with that, just comment cash and I'll get you in. It's totally free. But anyways, you could have your highest cash week this week. You could have your happiest week that you've ever had, or you've had in a really long time this week. You could have your healthiest week that you've had ever or in a long time this week. It's about choosing and claiming it and then following it up, backing it up with a lot of action. Oh my gosh, that's a white squirrel. Squirrel, she or he is very cute. Let's see if I can show you. Can you see the white squirrel? Oh, I love that. We're going to take that as a good sign. I don't know if that's a good sign, but we're going to take it as a good sign. I'll look up white squirrels when I get home, like what the meaning of them is. Because when you see something rare in nature, there's always a sign. So if you know what a white squirrel means, let me know. But I'll look it up. If you're curious, you can message me, or you could just look it up yourself. But I think that was a sign just based on what I was sharing with you. So because I wasn't going to turn this way and now I turned this way. Okay, anyways, back to you. Okay, so we're talking about energy first. So I want you to do those things. Then we got to look at your actual time. Where is your time going that you don't want it to go this week? Getting that adjusted immediately before it even happens and being proactive is huge. Now, there, I'm sure, are things that you can't change, like maybe it's your day job, or maybe it's a meeting that you really don't want to be at, but you got to do. I get that. We've all been there. So if there's something that you cannot take off your calendar this week and you're kind of dreading it, you can choose how you show up. So I have been in meetings over the years that I did not want to be at. It's a story for another day, but responsibly, I needed to be at. And so I put on the cutest, hottest, most powerful outfit. I blasted music. I went in being my most powerful self. I put a bold lip on. I put a smile on. I stood in my power. And so for the times that you cannot not be at something and you really don't want to be at it, choose how you show up. Be your best self. Be your most powerful self. Be the woman that you would want to be in that situation. This is something I've worked with a lot of clients on when they've had to go into court for divorcing their significant other, when they have had to, let go of a team member. Like I've worked with women from zero, like startup, to $5 million. And I've seen it and heard it all. I've supported women through the yuckiness, the behind the scenes yucky stuff. And this is exactly what I tell them to do. Like the more you can step into your power, the better, because there's going to be moments in our life and our business that kind of suck. And you gotta, like, as they say, you gotta embrace the suck at some time, but it doesn't have to suck more than it needs to. Can I get an amen? Right? So with that being said, if there is anything on your calendar this week where you're kind of like, ugh, right? Change that attitude. Change it before it even happens. Now we want to look at your calendar and see how are you making money this week? How can you make more money this week? Because I truly embody and believe that you can make more money in small pockets of time, but it takes you putting in the work. It takes you, following through. There's tons and tons of ways that I help women make more money, but I can teach you all day long, but if you don't go do the work, you're going to make the same amount of money, right? And even if you don't work with me, but you go find your own ways, if you don't do those ways, if they just sit in a notebook or your brain, you're still not going to make more money. So pick one way, at least one, for this week where you could make at least $100 more. Like, we'll take any amount of money, but I want your brain to be like, wow, we made $100 more than we made last week. That's pretty exciting. I wonder the week after, like, if we can make more. So this philosophy is literally like something that I want you to rinse and repeat over and over and over again, so that you can keep having your best week, and you can keep having your wealthiest week, and you can keep building off of your energy. Like, this is not just a one and done thing. So like what I teach you in the 1K in 7 days is meant to be rinsed and repeated, because you absolutely can make an additional $1,000 in under 7 days. And then from there, you literally unlock Pandora's box to so much more. Like, oh my gosh, could I make $2,000 in a week? Could I make $3,000 in a week? I have had some of the highest cash weeks, some weeks where literally it's what people get paid in a whole year. And I still have moments where I'm just like, is this real life? Like, what is happening? This is crazy. This is bananas. But really it's not, because I put in the time, right? I kept putting in the time. This is like, I mean this with my whole heart and with so much love. It's not rocket science. Like, it takes some elbow grease and some energy, right? But if a mom from Columbus, Ohio, that's 34 years old, that is a mom of 2, that has ADHD, that has very little time, because I want to be with my babies. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'll continue to believe that. I'll continue to put that out on social media. But until you believe it, it'll just keep waiting there. It'll keep sitting there, waiting for you and waiting for you and waiting for you, okay? Now, let's talk about how you're going to have your happiest week ever, okay? We're doing this all at the same time. This is not just like a staggered thing. Like, we're going for the holy grail here. So your happiest week, it starts and ends with you, but the people that you choose to be around is huge. Can we get some clutter out of your home? Which sometimes you can even sell that clutter, which is really exciting. But who's around you? How are you filling up your mind in the best way possible? Are you reading books? Are you listening to audios? Are you listening to a podcast? Are you jamming out to music? Like, how are we filling up your cup? How are we filling up your mind? Who are you choosing to surround yourself with? Not just in person, but also social media. This is why I love building community around everything that I do, because I know how important this is. Who you choose to spend your time with is who you become. So when you're surrounding yourself with wealthy people, not just what's in their bank account, but their energy, their mindset, their habits, you become wealthier. And again, this doesn't have to be always in person. It can be on the internet. It can be in books. It can be on audio. It's huge. It's so huge. So I want you to really visualize and think about, okay, if this were my happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, sexiest weeks ever that I've ever had in my whole entire life, what would that need to be? Because whatever we don't measure, we can't, whatever we don't decide, we can't measure. So if we don't put substance to it, it's going to be really hard to be like, was that my wealthiest week? So decide for yourself, how much money is that? How much, who are you spending your time with? What are you listening to? What are you doing? Who are you being? Right? Your actual energy, your attitude, also thinking about protocols, because having your happiest, healthiest, wealthiest weeks doesn't mean that everything's perfect. So thinking of protocols can also be huge. So if and when things don't go as planned, what are you going to do about it? And just starting to already be proactive and thinking about that can be huge, so we don't get derailed and then like you fall off the bandwagon type of thing, okay? So I want you getting in the energy now, and essentially you'll go from Monday to next Sunday. You can decide, like it doesn't have to be Monday to Sunday. If you're listening to this halfway through the week, start it the next morning. Like be like, okay, I'm deciding that this is the next 7 days is it. So don't wait, for sure. Go to bed, do your night hypnosis. You can literally search for them on YouTube. You can type in all different things, but night hypnosis is huge. Please do not listen to that when you're driving. Hypnosis is a real thing, and it's very, very powerful. And you don't want to do it when you're like operating machinery or driving. I feel like that should be common sense, but we're going to say it for protection. So anyways, I'm excited for you. I'm already claiming this for you. So if you're watching this video or listening to this audio right now, I'm just like energetically claiming this for you right now. There are no accidents. You chose to spend your precious time watching this, listening to this. So let's make it count. Let's do something about it. You can have an entirely different week because of what you're choosing right now in this moment and what you continue to choose, because it is a minute by minute thing, and it does not mean it has to be perfect. You don't have to do what everyone else thinks you should do. Like, this is you. I'm not telling you go make this much money. I'm not telling you what to fill up your calendar with, because your version of what your happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, sexiest weeks is for sure different than mine, just like our fingerprints are. And that's the beautiful part about how I teach. I don't tell you you need to do this exact thing to be wealthy. I ask you questions. I give you frameworks. There's so much creativity in what I do. There's so much community and camaraderie and brainstorming. There's so much energy in what I do. And so like, that's what I bring to the table for you, is being an energetic partner with you, giving you the wealth codes to what you desire, but also giving you the like full autonomy and flexibility to be the artist and create from what I give you. Like, almost think of mine, like what I do as like a paint by numbers situation, where I'll tell you like the colors to paint, but you could be like, oh, Nellie, you know what? I'm going to do pink, or I'm going to do green, or, you know, anything like that. But you have like a lot of times who I work with, they appreciate the framework, just like you would paint by numbers. Like, they appreciate seeing the big picture, knowing that I'm there, asking questions, right? Just getting their energy in the right spot, because that's like such a big deal. It's like, people think that it's so much strategy and that there's like something big that they're missing. And a lot of times what you're missing is your wealthiest self, like embodying and unleashing your wealthiest self. It's not this big sneaky strategy that's like in a book somewhere. Like, those things matter and they are a part of the process, but they're actually such a smaller percentage than you taking care of yourself, you creating overflow for yourself, and then having a scalable business. Like, you having a course, for example, or a membership that you can scale will absolutely set you up for success, versus being in a job that doesn't fulfill you and you're like getting paid $15 an hour. That's going to be harder to build your wealthiest life. So I want you thinking differently. In order to get different results, we've got to think and be different. So let's be different this week together. I would love to hear your updates. I love you so much. Again, I'm already claiming this for you. It's already done. And like, let's go make it happen. It's already done. It's already on its way to you. It's almost like if someone were already sending a package to you and you're like, no. It's already on its way. Let me go ahead and call, FedEx and have them cancel the package. You wouldn't do that. You would not do that. That'd be so, I don't want to say silly, but it wouldn't make sense. Like, if someone you love was sending you the most epic gift in the mail, you wouldn't call FedEx or UPS and have them cancel it. One, most people would feel really bad doing that, one, to their friend and also to UPS or FedEx. It'd be so much work on everyone's part when like the gift was already on its way to you. So why do we do that with our wealthiest self? Like, that literally intuitively just came to me. Like, if we wouldn't do that with a gift, why would we do that with our wealthiest self? Because your wealthiest self is already on her way to you because she's within you. And so there's no canceling. There's only speeding up the process and enjoying the process and claiming that this is yours, and then knowing that it's going to come. Like, you've got the tracking number, you know that it's coming, and like, you're doing your part while you're waiting for the package, but you're not questioning that the package is not going to arrive. Like, you know it's going to arrive. You're not canceling the package. So like, let's not do that with our wealthiest self. Let's literally embody and embrace that the package, our wealthiest self, is literally on her way. And you're so excited. You're so excited, and you're pumped. And you know, the more you do your part, including this 7 days, it's going to only get to you faster. It's only going to get to you faster. She's only going to get to you faster. So I love you. She's already on her way to you, and let's go speed up the process together. If there's anything I can do, you know I'm here.